Hey there, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to cheese Krauser's knife fight in Chapter 11. It involves standing in a particular part of the arena that essentially forces Krauser to try to walk towards you, and he doesn't attack, because what he'll do is he'll walk towards you, back up, and then jump over your head, and you can use his behavior to your advantage to effectively stun lock him, because anytime he tries to get close, you just knife him in the legs, and you just keep on stunning him. And you have to be sure you time your knife hit so that he doesn't deflect you. Let me showcase how this works. It's not completely foolproof, because there are certain things you have to bear in mind. When you're first starting the exploit, he's capable of doing his QTE attack, and when he jumps over your head, he doesn't seem to be able to do the QTE attack, but I'll explain it when I get the chance.
Are you being controlled by that cult?
Okay, so because I did that parry, he's going to immediately attack me.
I'm a free man who made a choice.
Or not, right now. I guess I got far enough away from him. But normally after you parry that move, he tries to attack even when you're in the exploit spot. But if you stand right here,
Major,
you'll notice that Krauser is not attacking. He's trying to get close to me, back up, and then jump over me. But because I'm interrupting him, it's allowing me to stun lock him, and I wasn't keeping track of the amount of hits I was dealing to him, because right around 12 hits of damage, he seems to do his QTE move.
are you being controlled by that cult? This has nothing to do with them. I'm a free man who made a choice.
Here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need to stand a bit beyond this razor wire to my right.
Major, you're not thinking
8,
straight.
9, 10,
Clearer than it's ever been. Now focus and show me what
11,
you got.
12. Yeah, it's always 12 hits, it looks like. I mean, that could be inconsistent, though, because I remember noting some kind of consistency with Chapter 14 Krauser, and then all of a sudden he completely changed his behavior for every subsequent playthrough afterwards. But in my case, it's 12 hits before he does the QTE move. But when you do the QTE, he's going to try to jump over your head like this. So you gotta stand like right around here, not too far beyond this razor wire, just kind of like right here.
Operation Javier,
Because if you're further back, he can attack you
without honor,
with a knife.
without mercy, only devastating power.
Right here should work.
One the same to myself. Krauser! I can understand. What happened was unforgivable. But that doesn't give you the right to hurt innocent people. You're still a kid, holding on to fantasies of what's right and wrong. What's wrong? Not looking too steady. Shit. You don't leave me with much choice. Enough chit-chat, buddy.
See? Like that. That is how you cheese Krauser, but let me do it one more time. The problem with doing Krauser normally in this knife fight is that he has a lot of moments where his HP is inconsistent. He gets a lot of hyper armor, his stuns can be inconsistent, he gets a lot of phantom range on his knife attacks as well, which complements other poor designs with his grab. Like the running grab that he does is very bullshit and badly designed. It's a lot to explain, but it's not enough for this video, unfortunately.
Are you being controlled by that cult? This is nothing to do
There we go,
with
that's
them.
what I needed.
I'm a free man
And I
who
can
made a
stand right
choice.
here. You want to aim for his legs because the hit detection on this body seems better when you hit the legs. So that's 3 hits so far. 4, 5,
You're not
6,
thinking straight. Oh, my mind's clearer than it's ever
7, 8,
Focus.
9,
Show me what you got.
10, 11, 12.
Why would you work?
Yep, there's the QTE, so after 12 hits he always does that. He's gonna jump over my head. I'm gonna stand right here.
What happened to you? Operation Javier. Operation Javier. My entire unit. Wiped out. Our own government let it happen. They killed us all. Without honor. Without mercy.
In case you're wondering how I discovered this in the VR version. I noticed this a couple of times. And I thought it was just a VR thing, but it actually works on the normal version. So there's something about this part of the arena that affects Krauser's AI. Also, do not try to do a melee attack on him. It'll actually mess with the loop, because he'll gain access to other behaviors. So doing the melee attacks is not a good thing to do when you're trying to do this. I don't even think the melee attacks do damage to Krauser. I just feel like the melee attacks are there just to do something interesting in the player's eyes, but I don't think they do actual damage. But you have no idea how bullshit Krauser can be with his hitboxes, and when he jumps over your head and does that grab. And the problem is, you're forced to try to deflect Krauser when he jumps over your head because of his bad hitboxes and his ability to glide towards you as he attacks. So you try to turn around to set yourself up to deflect him, and he just pulls that grab out of nowhere. And so you're trying to run away from the grab, but unfortunately, Krauser's running grab has phantom range, and Leon is so sluggish when trying to run backwards like this. I mean, he's so slow, and so it's easy for Krauser to grab him, and if you're in a spot where you can't run away from Krauser, you're screwed. He's gonna get a cheap hit on you with that grab. That's the kind of bullshit that you have to counter with exploits like this.
Are you being controlled by that cult?
Because New Capcom were very incompetent with designing Krauser in this pre-alpha overall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12 hits, the QTE happens, and always make sure you time your knife hits. Do not try to press the button any faster than that, because he'll deflect you if you try to hit him too quickly.
These freaks.
Just gonna jump over my head. Gonna stand right here.
Operation Javier. Operation Javier.
I cannot believe New Capcom would trade out a nicely choreographed fight sequence showcasing moves that aren't possible to do in the normal gameplay for simple animations like this. Technical knowledge required with understanding Krauser's hyper armored and phantom range and other stupid moves. All those moments where the QTEs don't register when you're in the middle of an attack animation. Like literally, like during any of these attack animations right now that I'm doing, if he does the QTE, even when I press the button, it will not register. It's so bullshit and badly designed. All the inconsistent stuff with his stun HP, his inconsistent health. Like, it all just comes across like New Capcom wanted to do less work. I mean, old Capcom put in so much work into the mocap cutscenes of Resident Evil 5, and it always looks so awesome just watching it again. But they just didn't want to do any effort whatsoever. I guess they were too burned out, or they didn't know how to make mocap cutscenes with that amount of motion to them in a Resident Evil Engine title like this. I have no idea. Because, like, the Resident Evil engine has a lot of problems. It's hard to explain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, QTE. It's always 12.
Why? Have you forgotten what happened 2 years ago?
Also, I don't know why the amount of hits you have to deal to Krauser is different when trying to trigger a stun. Like, why is it that the stuns are random with Krauser, with how many hits it actually takes to stun him? At times it's 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits. Like, why is it so inconsistent? It makes no sense. At least this helps in saving up on knife durability, because Krauser drains your knife durability like crazy.
But that doesn't give you the right to hurt innocent people. You're still a kid, holding on to fantasies of what's right and wrong. Shit. You don't leave me with much choice. Enough chit-chat, rookie. Time to put an
Oh, and be grateful you don't have to deal with this stupid grab where you try to deflect his attack and it puts you into that forced grab. And if you do not have your repeated button input type set to tap repeatedly, you will never be able to break out of that grab without taking damage. Because if you try to hold it, it's not fast enough to break out of the grab before you take damage. I don't know what they were thinking with making it where that move can damage you. It should just be a binary thing. You fail to do the QTE properly, you end up getting killed. There shouldn't be any damage in the middle of that. Yeah, that's another problem with that stupid move, but if you have it set to tap repeatedly, you can use both of your index fingers to break out of that stupid grab, but good thing you don't have to deal with that, because you're not deflecting his attacks when you're doing this method. I mean, you are right here, and after that stab, if you don't get the perfect parry, he's gonna always do this attack. Yeah, this attack, he always does that. And then this attack. But I'm not getting the perfect parry for some reason. Okay, this move, he likes to attack you after this, even when you're standing in this spot, but because I'm far enough away... Oh, never mind. He's gonna do that. See what I mean? Anytime you do that particular parry animation, he likes to attack you, even when you're in this spot. So bear that in mind. 1, 2... I don't know if the amount of hits to trigger the QTE is different now, because I deflected him earlier, so I've done 2 hits so far. 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, it's still the same. Okay. Again, do not go for the melee attacks when you do stun him. At least a good thing about this method is that you don't have to deal with any moments where you're having to deflect his throwing knife attack. Not that it's a problem, but you just do not want to trigger any additional behavior by meleeing Krauser. You do not want to melee him because additional behaviors will trigger. You do not want that. It's still hard to believe I discovered this method on the VR version. I guess one of the great things I can appreciate about these VR versions of these Resident Evil titles, you end up learning new things about certain stun designs, enemy designs, or certain stuff with the environment, like what I discovered here.
Are you being controlled by that cult? This is nothing.
Quick attack.
I'm a free man.
Now the lengthy attack. That one's the easier to deflect. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here comes the QTE. Jump over my head. Back up a little bit. I still don't know what it is about this part of the arena that changes his behavior. Of course, if this was actually a mocapped cutscene that looked awesome, I wouldn't be discovering these things, and I would not be forced to find these kind of methods to bypass poor designs on Krauser, like with his inconsistent HPs, inconsistent stuns, his hyper armor, his phantom range on his stupid attacks, his other badly designed attacks, the other poor mentalities that went into this encounter. Like, what were they thinking with this? They had the perfect opportunity to really demonstrate Leon and Krauser's combat capabilities in a cutscene, and make it very memorable like the original Resident Evil 4, but they instead made this pile of garbage. Just seeing simple animations play out, and you're having to account for really odd stun tech and stun systems. And it's just so weird for Krauser to be taking all these knife hits and just shrugging them off like that. I mean, that just, like, why does he even need to, like, deflect your attacks when he's going to be that resilient to the knife hits? And why is Leon even trying to use his knife against Krauser? Like, what's the justification for that? You could understand in Resident Evil 4 OG, Krauser not giving Leon enough time to pull out his gun. And, like, knives are better for close encounters, as Leon discovered, and, Krauser is also using his knife. Like, that I understand. But there's no reason for Leon to even be restricted to using his knife if he's able to put distance between himself and Krauser and just pull out his gun. Like, why is he wasting time with that? It makes no sense. There's no sense of honor here. I get that Leon is, like, Krauser's student, but he's an enemy right now, and Leon was pretty active trying to attack this guy, and he's trying to save Ashley. Why is he wasting time with this? I don't get it.
Controlled by that cult? This has nothing to do with them. I'm a free man who made a choice.
The justifications New Capcom gives for this encounter don't match the screenplay whatsoever. I think that was 5 hits I've done so far. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep.
Have you forgotten what happened 2 years ago? Operation Javier?
Was Leon even in Operation Javier? Was he really in South America? Because it doesn't really play it off like that whatsoever. Like, if Krauser's entire unit was completely destroyed, you'd have to assume that Leon wasn't there if he's saying his entire unit was destroyed and wiped out.
I can understand. What happened was...
The story points that they've changed with Operation Javier are really bad. Krauser's character is done so poorly. The retcon with Operation Javier makes no sense. All this I'll be pointing out in my retrospective.
You don't leave me with much choice.
And I'm at this point in my retrospective right now with the Krauser knife fight. There is so much to say about how awful this entire encounter is. And how much of a disgrace it is to Krauser. But this is how you cheese the knife fight against Krauser. It's definitely needed to bypass a lot of the poor designs apparent with him. I mean, you can damage race him if you want to, but it just looks really stupid. And it doesn't even change how dumb this entire encounter is. It's so bad. I don't know what New Capcom was thinking with this stupid encounter. But thank you guys for watching, and you take care now.